What's up, guys? Welcome to Bet the Day for May 27th. Hope everyone's doing well and hope everyone is ready to make some money. Got the people on YouTube there, got the people on TikTok there. How we doing? We know Tanner loves the Sox today. Of course, Tanner loves the Sox today. They're on a heater just like me. 6-0 yesterday. Feeling pretty good about that. 6-0 day yesterday. But yeah, Red Sox are on a heater. They're hitting great. I mean, Trevor Story, 7 home runs in his past 7 games. How can you not resist that? How can you stay away from that, right? Red Sox -1.5. I say it every day on here. I hate taking run lines at home, but we will do that today for the Boston Red Sox. So very excited about that. The Angels sold my $850 parlay. Everything else hit. GME to the moon. Got to love that. Let's go. We know Tanner loves the Sox today. Good morning. Go. Let's see. LFG. Thank God it's Friday morning. Tanner, good morning, buddy. Tanner, big man, good morning. Great day. We had a really good day yesterday. We had a really good day yesterday. We were 6-0. 6-0. A lot of people put those in a parlay. So that was good to see. That was a lot of fun to see there. Big time wins for some people. I saw a $75 ticket turn into $2,500. I saw a $500 ticket turn into, over $2,000 there. So just a lot of fun to see. A lot of fun seeing people win some money off the picks. Nothing like it. Got the YouTube comments rolling in here. Alex, Tanner was 6-0, making people money for free. Gotta love that. Always for free, man. Give them the free picks. And you know what's funny too, Alex? Check the winning bets on Discord. I will go check the winning bets on Discord. I'm going to post all the tickets, guys, of you tailing yesterday, so you got to love that. Tanner, for the people, peace. Yo, the kids love you out here. Of course they do, man. Of course they do. Trying to make the people money. Got to love it. But, it's funny. This comment from Alex here reminds me of a video I posted yesterday. If you haven't looked at it, go check it out. The $25 million sports betting heist where this guy was selling picks on the internet. And he's cost people $25 million from 2004 to 2020 because he was promising privileged information. He's actually the World Series of Poker winner from 2012, I believe. So go check that video out. Pretty crazy stuff. So if you're taking picks from me, like, guys, I'm not going to go 6-0 every day. We went 6-0 twice this week. It's not going to happen every day, right? 5-0. We're not going to go undefeated every day. Nobody knows what's going to happen in these sporting events. We look at it, we cap them the way we're supposed to cap them, right? But nobody knows what's going to happen. I will say this, though. Make sure you trust the person you're taking picks from. If someone's charging you and they're saying guaranteed winners, now I know there's a lot of smart people on here, right? But if someone's saying guaranteed winners, that's never the case. Nothing is guaranteed in sports betting. Bro, that guy who put 100 to win 15K is nuts. He's in my Discord chat. It didn't hit because of the Rangers. Yeah, I mean, there's some big time bettors. I saw one the other day, like $6,000 on the WNBA. There's a name for that crime, right? I think there is. Matthew, I think there is. I could be wrong about that. Like, cappers aren't really regulated. So, like all these people on TikTok, they're trying to sell picks. I'm not going to name names. We know who some of these names are. We've talked about them before, but all these cappers that are giving picks out, like they're not really regulated. So I think there's yesterday's, $25 million sports betting heist news break kind of created the discussion around, hey, how are we going to regulate these cappers? I parlayed your picks yesterday. Thanks. LOL. Love that. Love that. Alex coming in here, took the Red Sox and team total over yesterday, loving the Red Sox. How can you not? How can you not love them right now? What do you think of Yankees and Rays? I like the Yankees today at plus money. I think Tyon is good enough to get the job done today. Obviously, a little lopsided pitching matchup, but the New York Yankees are a much better hitting team. Austin Torek coming here. Good morning. How we doing, Austin? Redbirds, morning tan. You went 6-0, and I went 4-0. Love that, Redbirds. I'm going back to the A's today. I don't know what you think of them, but again, I got that pick from you, so let's keep it going today. Let's keep the other day I got the pick from you, so let's keep it going today. Let's make it happen. I was going to say money laundering, but that's not it. It could be something like money laundering. I'm not really sure, but there is a crime for it. I mean, that guy's going to jail again. Though he promised, he was saying like, hey, we know refs that are going to throw games. We have inside information, guaranteed winners, no risk. Now, part of the fault I think is on the people for believing that too, right? Like, how can you, I mean, there's no guarantees in sports betting. Like you can't fall for that kind of stuff. But at the same time, too, he cost a lot of people money from 2004 to 2020. How about the OT and the Oilers? Got to love the Oilers last night. I had no fear about the Oilers, guys. I really did think they were going to get the job done in overtime. My one fear was the Brewers. Brewers over 7 or under 7.5. Sorry, guys, trying to fix the camera here for the TikTok. Yeah, I mean, the Brewers under 7.5. I mean, there were 5 runs through 2 innings or 4 runs through 2 innings. I thought we were screwed there. I thought we were dead in the water. BP311. Did you see that disallowed goal? Biggest BS call ever. Flames should still be alive. They're not though. Brian, now from your perspective, I know you took the over in the Brewers game the other day. I want to get your opinion on that. How did that feel? Because I felt my soul leave my body through the first 2 innings of the game.
And I'm sure you were feeling pretty good. And then just no runs were scored. 1 run were scored in the last like 5, 6, 7, 5 innings, I believe. So that hurt pretty bad for over bettors. I felt bad for you. I felt your pain there. But we got the win, so we'll take it. Let's go C's. How we doing? Michael Cat, how we doing? He clearly moved to skate. It was a kicking motion. There we go. The under 7.5 in the Cards game was a money pick, bro. Hey, it was a money pick, but again, it looked like it was going over very early. I kind of gave up on it. And then someone in our Discord was like, hey, like you gotta stay on top of it. You gotta keep your head in the game, man. It's not over till it's over. And they were right. Obviously, the game didn't go over. It stayed under. Dodgers run line always. I need my own channel in your Discord. You need your own channel, man. Come on now. I only got one channel for me, guys. Come on now. You got to earn those channels. You think Red Sox going to win again today? I mean, I hope so. We're going to bet them. Why not? Your best bet for the day. We're going to get into it. So, guys, let's get into the announcements first. First things first here. Number 1, listen to this right now because I don't want to get all these texts. Where are you tomorrow morning? There will not be a show tomorrow. I might jump on TikTok live. I don't know, but there will not be a show tomorrow. Just keep that in mind. We're traveling to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indy 500. We'll be doing content from there. The flight is early. It conflicts with the show. There will be no show tomorrow. The Sunday show, and I will post all this on TikTok. The Sunday show will be at 8 a.m. Eastern time. If you're on TikTok and you watch on TikTok and you want to watch the replay because you're on the West Coast or something, go over to YouTube. Go to YouTube and you're going to be able to watch the replay of the show. We will be there 8 a.m. Can you shout me out? It's my birthday. CPG Jr. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Hope it's a great day. No, Tanner, got the fresh cut. Homie has a date. Got to go get him. LOL. Are you still giving out picks tomorrow? I'll give picks. So my next point here. If you're not in the Discord, you should join the Discord right now. Join it. That's where I give my picks every day. If you're not on TikTok, I mean, people ask me every day, yo, where's your picks? Like, do you follow me on TikTok, guys? We post the picks first thing in the morning. So make sure you're following me on TikTok and you're following us in the Discord, guys. You're going to get the picks there no matter what. I'm going to be talking to you about my picks in there no matter what. Nestor Cortez is the true ace of the Yankees, yes. But there will be no show tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. We're not going to do a show tomorrow. Sunday, we'll do a show at 8 a.m. Eastern time, okay? Because we got to go to the track by 9. All right, so just keep that in mind, and then look out for the Indy 500 content. We have Discord, guys. Join the Discord. Appreciate you, Aerox. I appreciate you. Join the Discord, guys. Join the Discord. Check out the merch. Join the Discord. Follow us on TikTok, guys. We got a website coming. We're gonna have a blog coming very soon, so just keep that in mind. Congrats on 6-0. I love that. Appreciate you. Boston monumental collapse loading. I don't think so, but we're gonna have Grant Mitchell on the show to talk about this. Let me run through my bets real quick from yesterday. We'll have Grant on. We'll talk basketball for yesterday's game. We'll talk about the Celtics game tonight, and then we'll finish with our bets as usual. It's G-Money Fridays. Can you do a rundown on all MLB games? Yes, we'll do that at the end, like we have been doing here. Got some comments rolling in on YouTube. The over 6.5 for the Oilers game was also a very easy bet. Yeah, and the Oilers came out and exploded once they went down 2-0. Like, I turned that off and I watched basketball for a little bit. I was shocked to see the score come back. They were able. I mean, both offenses very explosive in that game. Eric Kovacs, one rule I learned yesterday: if I not even tail with you, I won't bet against you. I see, guys. I'm gonna lose picks. Like, everyone's calling me the GOAT and the God, and tomorrow I go 0-6, and you guys turn on me, right? So just keep that in mind. It's sports betting. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. People, we've had 2 really good days this week. We had a good day last. We've had 3 undefeated days in the past 10 days. So just keep that in mind. Bet smart, bet responsibly. Okay, we're gonna save basketball talk for Grant. Again, though, we took Warriors to cover. They covered. It was a tight one, but they still found a way to cover. We had Hurricanes in regular time. This series is coming down to home ice. As we know, Ronta looked very good. Igor looked good too, but the Rangers were outshot 34-17. You can't get outshot 34-17 and expect to win a hockey game on the road. You're the only one that's honest about that. I don't know. There's people that are honest, but nobody knows what's going to happen. We're taking over one day at a time. Join the Discord, boys. There you go. Join the Discord. Link in bio. Join the Discord. Ronta looked very good. They had a shorthanded goal. They won 3-1. Home ice. I'll tell you what, I'm going to blow your mind right now. I'm going to bet the Rangers tomorrow. I'll 100% bet the Rangers tomorrow. I think home ice is that critical in this series. Igor has been money, right? He goes back home. I think he's going to stay money, and I think the Rangers are going to even the shot battle a little bit. Is Sox -1.5 going to hit? I sure hope so. Rangers tomorrow, already have it locked in. And jump on those lines early, guys. Like these NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs lines, they're out a day before. Jump on them early. I'm going to bet the Rangers tomorrow. We had Oilers money line that hit in overtime thanks to the best player on the planet, Connor McDavid, right? Nice little assist there from Leon Draisaitl. Got to love it. Flames outshot the Oilers by 36-35, but the Oilers, I had no fear in overtime. Never bet against the Rangers in the Garden. Yeah, I knew the Oilers would get the job done last night, 100%. Was I worried about that Brewers game? Yeah, yes, I was. 100%. Miami Heat money line, no way. Careful, it's rain over here in Chicago. Definitely some rain delays for Red Sox and White Sox. Red Sox are back. Red Sox are back in Baltimore. Or Red Sox are home tonight. Against Baltimore. That series is over. White Sox, I don't know. The White Sox are actually off today, and then they play the Cubs, I believe, 2 games. They're off on a Friday, and then they're off on Monday. They play 2 games in between. And then last night we had Yankees money line, cruise to victory there. Nestor Cortez was money. Yankees 3 of 10 runners in scoring position. So that was fun. Ryan Yarbrough was solid, but the Yankees lineup wore down the Rays throughout the game. It was close early. Yankees broke it open late. Red Sox money line. Finally, we hit Dallas Keuchel a little bit. Finally. I mean, he looked like a god at Fenway 2 weeks ago. That really bothered me because he's been the worst pitcher in baseball over the past 2 weeks. Happened again, right? He stepped up. He did not step up. The Red Sox offense stepped up, and they got the best of Keuchel. So that was good to see. I was watching the 11 o'clock Sports Center after the game with Barry Melrose, like the Hurricanes. Okay, you like the Hurricanes? Like the Hurricanes tomorrow? I don't like the Hurricanes on the road tomorrow, Matthew. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And then Brewers Cardinals. Now, this is crazy to me. And this is the last thing we'll say before Grant joins the show to talk basketball, because I know everyone wants to figure out if the Celtics can cover 8.5 today. There were 5 runs scored through the first 2 innings of this game. The under was at 2.5. There were 6 runs through the 4th inning of the game. Okay, then there was only 1 run scored in the 5th through the 9th. Money. And Josh Hader, he looked so shaky at the end of the game. It wasn't even funny. That did scare me a lot. It took him 23 pitches to close the game, but he got the job done, so we'll take it. The Reds absolutely destroyed the Cubs. You know what? It's really funny, too. A lot of people were talking to me like, oh, the Reds are going to lose today. With Hunter Green on the mound. I'm not saying Green pitched good. He settled in after that bad first inning, right? But overall, the Reds just beat the crap out of them. That was fun to see. Do you like Red Sox first 5 and Astros first 5 money line parlay? I like both those teams first 5 today. Tigers money line, Astros run line, Brewers money line, Mets money line, Mets over 8, all straight bets. Yeah, I don't hate any of those. The Brewers are on the no bet list. Obviously, they got the job done yesterday. If I remember, Tanner, did you say it hit the over on that next Cubs game? No, I didn't say hit the over on the next Cubs game. Yesterday, I said I liked the over yesterday. Again, though, I liked it at 8 more than 9, and it jumped up to 9 during the show. And then I was like, stay away from it. But at 8, I liked the over. At 9, I was like, yeah, I still probably take the over. But again, I didn't bet that. On games yesterday might be. Yeah. So yeah, we did say to the over at 8.5, but at 9, it was a different story. So anyways, got a couple comments here on YouTube. Then we'll welcome Grant Mitchell to the show. Every Friday, G Money Fridays. Defense wins championships. I hope the Celtics beat the Warriors in the finals. We got to get to the finals first, Alex. 1 game at a time. But you know what? We'll be there. I got some picks for you to look at. Blue Jays versus Angels under 7.5 and Detroit versus Cleveland under 7.5. Okay, we'll break those down after. Redbirds, I'll take a look at those. 7.5 total scare me so much. Like I learned that yesterday, but obviously it was fun to hit that. Under 8.5 for the Angels. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the neither the Angels, there were 9 runs scored yesterday. It was a 6-3 win by the Blue Jays. And they beat up Shohei. So that was good to see, right? We'll see what happens today. But I don't hate that at all because the Blue Jays are very inconsistent at the plate. So basketball time, people. Basketball time. Save the basketball questions right now for Grant Mitchell. Grant Mitchell is a sports writer, NBA coverage over at the Sports 2.0 Network. He's wrote for Sons of Saturday, a Virginia Tech college sports website, guys. We love having Grant on the show every Friday. I look forward to it. Here he is, Grant Mitchell. Grant, how you doing? How we doing? We got the screen wipes, the fancy screen wipes now. Come on, it's not rocket science.
I'm impressed. Did they give you a raise for that? You're up in the production.
I know. I'm up. Well, no, actually, so that's my show intro, and I'm like, hey, I need a screen wipe, so when I bring Grant on, like I don't, the middle doesn't block him out. So I figure we get the screen wipe in there. We're going to the moon. Hey, you got a microphone now. You're looking good.
Hey, I'm even wearing a big boy shirt today. I'm unlike you. I mean, this is your show. You make the rules, but I figured I'd come dressed to impress.
There you go. I love that. So how's things been, Grant? How's the betting been going for you, basketball wise?
It's been a little up and down. My I guess you want to call it my biggest pick of these playoffs was that the Mavericks were going to go to the finals, although I did not pick them last night. I had to abandon ship. It was pretty evident that it was not going to happen. The one game they won, they blew a 29-point lead, and the Warriors cut it to 8. Luka had to come back in off the bench, so I knew that series was a wrap. Credit to the Warriors. They look really great. Steph Curry was the worst player in their starting lineup. That's not something that I think anybody could have imagined saying a few years ago. And they're back in their 6th finals in 8 years. First team to do that since Michael Jordan's Bulls. So all the credit in the world to Golden State.
Yeah, I mean, the Mavericks played really well in the third quarter. The second quarter obviously didn't go their way. That was when Golden State kind of broke the game open. But it got tight there. I mean, I was worried for a little bit that, the Warriors weren't going to cover. Did you ever have any, feeling that the Mavericks were going to pull off the comeback down the stretch there?
They absolutely had their window, and it was going into that start of that fourth quarter. They had the momentum from the third. They rolled the dice by starting Luka in the fourth, knowing that Curry was going to be on the bench. That was when they really had to capitalize. Golden State did a tremendous job holding them at about a 10 to 14 point lead. So when Luka had to go to the bench and the Golden State starters came back in, it was game over. They had no hope. Draymond Green played really well, had a series high for scoring. Kevon Looney absolutely dominated the Mavericks on the board, which is something they relied on heavily because of all the threes they take. They rely on their wings to get those offensive rebounds. Looney was having none of it. Golden State deserved to win that game. Golden State deserved to win that series.
Got a comment from Alex here. Grant back, the legend. He's getting a name here on the show. Love that. Yeah, I mean, rebounding-wise, that was pretty evident that the Warriors just dominated 51-34 and 14-6 on the offensive end of the floor. Now, Luka was, 10 of 28 from the field. He had 28 points, but he was just chucking balls up throughout a lot of the game because they really didn't have an answer. Like, it's his team. It's his show, right? And the supporting cast wasn't there. We've seen it when the Mavericks were successful in this series. I mean, I know that only happened in one game, but throughout the entire playoffs when they've been successful, it's Luka dropping 30, Brunson doing 20, Dinwiddie contributing off the bench, and then that whole supporting cast coming together and, putting up double figures. We didn't really see that last night. It seemed like they were kind of scrambling until they hit a little momentum in the third quarter. And then, credit to Golden State in the fourth quarter, they shut the door right away.
And as much as Golden State did win that game, it was just one of those games where you knew Dallas was going to lose. I saw 2 times Spencer Dinwiddie had a layup roll off the rim. Luka had a couple of really good moves in the post where he'd spin off his defender, go for a little scoop layup. A couple of those rimmed out. A lot of threes hitting rim, rolling around and toilet bowling out. So it was just one of those games where the basketball gods decided they were going to lose.
Yeah, now we'll look ahead to next year real quick. I mean, I think the Mavericks can be a competitor. In my opinion, Luka's the best player in the league based on what he has done. You're probably going to disagree with that, but considering he had nobody around him this year, it's pretty special what this Mavericks team was able to accomplish. For them to get to a point where they got to win, for them to win a championship, what does, Mark Cuban need to go out? Who does he need to go out and pay to bring them to the promised land?
Well, hold on. Let's back up there. You're saying Luka's the best player in this last round of the playoffs, so of the 4 teams, or
no,
in the entire NBA?
I'm saying in the NBA right now, based on what he has done, Grant, not skill-wise. I'm saying what he has done without anyone around him has been pretty impressive to see. And you cannot argue with that, Grant.
It's been very impressive, and you're putting me in a precarious position because I'm a bigger Luka fan than most people are. But what has he done? He's gotten to 1 conference finals in his career. If you want to talk about, the individual achievements, he's made 3 first-team All-NBAs in 4 years, which is out of this world. But to say, look at all he's done, he hasn't done a ton. I mean, 1 top 5 MVP finish, 1 conference finals appearance. I think he will be the best player in the NBA, but I think there's still guys. Giannis is far and away the best player in the league, in my opinion. I don't think it's even close. And then I don't think Luka has passed Durant or LeBron yet. I know that's an unpopular opinion. Everybody wants to get rid of the old guard, but I've still got those guys ahead of him. I think Jason Tatum has a legit argument if the Celtics make the finals as we think. A lot of people want to talk about his offense, but he led the league in the individual defensive rating. So he's getting it done on both ends. So to say Luka is the best player in the NBA right now, I think is a little misguided personally.
That one shot he made last night, though, when he shot it behind the backboard, that was pretty impressive. He did some crazy things last night, even though he was, 10 of 28 from the field. I think Klay Thompson, though, Klay Thompson was story of the game. We talk about inconsistency. Klay Thompson defines it. But last night, he decided to show up 32 points out of him. If he's scoring 32 and Curry stepping up, the Warriors are going to be tough to stop in the finals. no matter if they play the Heat or the Celtics. But, what did you see out of Klay Thompson last night? Why was he better than he has been throughout the series?
Well, Klay Thompson is probably the second greatest shooter of all time. So even though he's a little more inconsistent than he was before the injuries, he's still shooting over 40% from three in these playoffs. He's bound to have nights like those. I think he finished 8 of 16. So that's definitely going to happen. The thing that impressed me most about the Warriors, and this has probably been the most underrated part of their dynasty era, is that they play really hard. They dive for loose balls. They get offensive rebounds. They clear the glass. Don't let teams get second chance points. That was crucial to beating the Mavericks. And it's also going to be crucial to beating the Celtics or the Heat, whichever one they face, because I think they have an advantage there in terms of shutting teams down and also giving themselves more opportunities.
Yeah.
If you want to address your earlier question and also this comment here, we need a dominant center like Rudy Gobert or DeAndre Ayton. Both of those players are interesting. I'm a self-proclaimed leader of the Rudy Gobert hate club. I think that he's a 3-time defensive player of the year who is a defensive liability. He can't play in the fourth quarter, can't make his free throws, has no offensive moves whatsoever. So I think he's severely overrated, but I do love his fit in Dallas. They need somebody who's just going to get rebounds and stay out of the way. Come set screens for Luka. He's not going to be demanding the ball in the fourth quarter. I think he's a perfect fit there. I think Ayton would be good, but I don't love him because he's not an amazing rebounder, and he can go missing on the defensive end, which is, I think, something they lacked, as we saw in this Golden State series. Golden State is leading the playoffs in points in the paint. They're a perimeter-centric team who dominated the paint. I think that was a big downfall for Dallas.
Yeah, a lot of comments here saying they want Ayton going to a lot of comments saying they want Ayton going to Dallas. We'll see. Bottom line is Mark Cuban will go out and pay someone based on what we've seen from him. Trade Brunson for Gobert. I don't think they're going to be able to keep Brunson. I don't think Mark Cuban's going to pay Brunson for some reason. What's your thoughts on that, Grant?
I think they do keep Brunson, and I also think A, the Mavs wouldn't do this deal, and B, the Jazz wouldn't do this deal. I think they've finally found an off guard who works with Luka. They tried different guys. It started with Dennis Smith Jr. They had Tim Hardaway Jr. back there. Brunson appears to be the guy, and he's been getting better every year. He fits that mold of can play off ball when Luka's in and can take over when he's not in. I mean, you can look at what he did in the Utah series just to find evidence of that. And then why would the Utah Jazz trade a 3-time defensive player of the year, multiple-time All-Star, for a guy who just started not coming off of the bench, who was a 16-point-per-game scorer? I don't think that trade makes sense for either team. And the contracts don't line up either.
There you go. All right, let's move into the Celtics and Heat. Everyone wants to talk about that. People are saying the Celtics can play average tonight and get away with a win and a cover. People are saying the Heat must play great. I'm on the Celtics at 8.5. I don't think that's too big of a number based on what we've seen. Every win they've had, they have covered and they have dominated. I think the Heat are sitting ducks right now. They're coming to TD Garden, get finished off. We're going to take them out back and end their season. What do you think about that, Grant?
I think that I'm putting the Celtics money line in a parlay here because I'm not totally sure about the spread. I think it would be a miracle if the Heat were to win this game. Jimmy Butler, to his credit, is not leading on that he's injured. There's an old saying in sports, if you're playing, you're not injured. We know something's up with his knee. He's missed multiple games in this playoffs. He came out at the start of the second half in the last game and airballed 2 shots. I think he shot 4 of 18. Very unlike the player who was undoubtedly the most important player in the entire playoffs through the first couple of rounds. So unless he visits Dr. Sebi and has a miracle resurgence, that gets some stem cell treatment, I don't know what he needs to do. But unless he comes back looking like the Jimmy Butler who is dropping 40-point triple-doubles on the Lakers in the NBA Finals, I don't think Miami has a hope in this game. That being said, you can't count out Eric Spoelstra. You can't count out the defense that Miami plays. Some of these games have just been horrible to watch. They've been 30-30 going into halftime. So as far as the spread, I really have no indication of which way it's going to go. I think the odds makers did a perfect job with this line because I think it's going to be right around there. So my personal pick is, like I said, putting the money line in the parlay.
Yeah, I mean, well, when the first game, I think, so let's look back. Game 3, I believe the Celtics were favored by 6.5, right? The Heat obviously got the job done there. I took the Heat at plus 6.5. And then bookmakers gave the Celtics 7.5 in game 4, right? They covered that easily. Now it's 8.5. I don't have a problem with it. I had a problem with that. I mean, I guess a little bit in game 4, but at the same time too, the Celtics team is so much better than the Heat at home. They're feeling good. The Celtics came out terrible in their last game, right? And then they stepped up big in the second half. They found a way to get the job done, and they covered. I think if they win, they're going to cover the spread tonight. And that's what we saw against the Bucks too, when they had that big spread in game 7. They won, they covered, and they finished them off.
Yeah, and one thing that is going in your favor, right, is if it's, say the Celtics are up 4 or 5 points, the Heat try to win the game, they miss their shot, they're going to foul the Celtics. The Celtics are going to go make those free throws. So unless you think the Heat are going to be tied or even up going into the clutch moments, it would be smart to go with the Celtics spread. And I think that is more likely to happen than, like I said, the Heat potentially holding the lead late in the game. So, we love to say this, Tanner. Gun to my head, I would take the Celtics spread, but I'm still worried a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I don't disagree. That's too big of a number. A lot of people are on here saying it's too big of a number, too big of a number. I totally agree with that, right? But I don't think it's too big for me to take when I look at how good the Celtics team is playing right now compared to a Heat team that's beaten up and battered. And Jimmy Butler's their only hope, and he's injured right now. I mean, I have a lot of respect for two guys on the floor, Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. The rest of the starting lineup, I just don't think they can hang with the Boston Celtics. I've said it all along. PJ Tucker played great against Jason Tatum in one game this series. Other than that, what has he done, right? You look at Strus, so inconsistent. He made some dagger shots in the series. Other than that, though, he has not been great. Kyle Lowry, we don't know what we're going to get from him. I'm still on the Gabe Vincent fan club, and I think he should be in the starting lineup right now. But, how has this Heat team gotten to where they are, Graham? Because when we're looking at them right now, I don't feel like they're a 1 seed.
They're definitely not. They remind of, I believe it was either the 2015 or 2016 Atlanta Hawks team with Mike Budenholzer. They also had Al Horford, Paul Millsap, Jeff Teague, Damari Carroll, and Kyle Korver. They were the number 1 seed in basketball, and nobody believed that they were even a top 10 team. A lot of people felt that they could have missed the playoffs, and it would have been normal. I don't think the Heat are necessarily that bad. But what they are is they're a collection of players who buy into a system. And in a star-driven league, you don't see that as much, but that's what the Miami Heat organization is all about. That's what they talk about when they talk about Heat culture. And Jimmy Butler was a great engine to drive that train. He was diving for loose balls. He's making all the hustle plays. He's taking charges. Kyle Lowry to an extent too, doing all the little stuff. And that helped them beat a lot of teams that they were supposed to beat. They weren't always amazing against the higher powers, but every game they're supposed to win, they pretty much won for the most part. That's how they got the 1 seed, but it's also why a lot of people doubted them in these playoffs. And with the amount of injuries that they're facing, you can go back and forth. Is it the injuries' fault? Is it just their team isn't good enough? We don't really know, but the bottom line is the Celtics have to make it to the NBA Finals here. This is their best chance since the KG, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce team. And if they don't, a lot of people aren't going to like this, but if they don't make the finals here, they are going to have to seriously consider making some offseason moves because you're not getting a better chance than this one.
No, 100%. I mean, the Celtics seems pretty good right now. The bottom line is, though, if they lose tonight, they're putting themselves in a very tough situation heading back to Miami in Game 7. Like, they need to get the job done tonight for everyone to feel comfortable. I still feel good that they'll win in Game 7 if they have to, but again, you'd rather win it at TD Garden tonight and finish the job. Celtics win it all. We got some comments. Heat offense will be slow without Backstreet Boy Hero. Is Hero out tonight for sure? Is that confirmed, Grant? Do we know that yet?
Last I saw, it was heading in that direction. I don't know if it's been officially confirmed, but I would imagine he's out.
All right. It says he's questionable right now. Again, the thing about the NBA, we have no clue what happens until we get right there, 30 minutes away from opening tip. Alex Paul, Robert Williams, and Marcus Smart out. I think both those guys are going to play tonight. They're both day-to-day, questionable for tonight's game on the injury report right now. Again, we'll find out later. Derek White and Pritchard have been money. Pritchard's made some big shots in the series, so that's been fun to watch. JP coming in here. NBA needs revenue, so Heat will win tonight. You guys, we can't use that all the time. Everyone comes in, these games are always going to go 7. All right. If the NBA really needed revenue, the Brooklyn Nets would not have got swept in the first round. If the NBA really needed revenue, the Mavericks would have come back and tied it up and made it 3-3 and, been the first team to possibly come back and win 4 straight in NBA history, right? That's not true. The comment's never true. A lot of people say it, so I don't want to get after you, JP, but bottom line is that's just not true.
Yeah, I'm with you. Celtics wrap it up here. And the NBA doesn't want to put the Heat in the finals anyway. Like I just said, it's a star-driven league. Jason Tatum's the hottest thing on the block right now. The league does not want to see the Miami Heat without Jimmy Butler and without Tyler Hero in the NBA Finals.
No, I want to see Deuce Tatum versus Riley Curry. I think I'm very excited for that matchup. I can't wait. I got a meme posted ready to go tonight with Deuce and Riley, so we will ready to go for that. So Grant,
Tanner, by the way, I've been liking the story series.
Yeah, the stories have been good. Like a lot of people have interest in those. We've done one on the Indy 500 where the guy won drunk back in 1913. We did one yesterday, the $25 million sports betting heist with people selling picks. We did the what Coach K said to Jason Tatum at Duke. That was a good one. Yeah, so they've been a lot of fun. They're fun to create and fun to do, and interesting stuff. It's like people want picks, obviously, but also there's room for that area where people just want interesting sports stories outside of the field, in the locker room and all that stuff. So,
hey Tanner, you're one of the brightest minds in this industry. You make things happen.
I appreciate that, Grant. Hey, you know what? We used to be really mean to each other when we worked together. Now we're actually really nice. But anyways, let's talk this total here. 201 tonight. The other total was 203. I took over on it. That was the biggest mistake of my life, right? Because obviously we weren't even close to that. And I said at the beginning of the season when I was betting on the NBA, I'm like, you know what? At 203, easy total, go over all the time. And then I realized there's a reason the total set at 203 because most of the time they go under. At 201 tonight, most people are on the over. I can't blame them just because if shots start falling, it's going to go over quickly. What is your take on that?
Well, my take is this total is almost like a 6.5 in baseball. It's like, am I really going to bet the under on this? It seems so unrealistic. But I am betting the under. The Heat just cannot, even when they have the full complements of their usual team, they still really struggle to score a lot of the time. And if you're going to tell me they're going to be with a severely hampered Jimmy Butler, no Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson has no rhythm. He's been in and out of the lineup. The role players, the guys like Max Strus and them, they're going to have to be the ones to hit the big shots. I don't have much faith in it. I'm going under, and it's really scary. I have to buckle up for it, but I am going under.
Yeah, I think the under is the smart bet tonight, even at 201, just because you don't know what we're going to get. Like most of the time, and it could look really good through one half, and then the second half, one team just falls apart, and that's what we've seen a lot throughout all these NBA playoff games. Redbirds, who takes home court advantage in the finals? I believe Golden State has it, right, Grant?
Yeah, they had the better regular season record, so they get home court.
Yeah. All right, let's talk props real quick, and then we'll move into the picks for the day. But props-wise, start Jimmy Butler, 22.5, knowing he's playing through the injury tonight. They're probably going to leave him on the floor if this is a tight game or even if it starts getting out of hand just because it'll be the last game of the season. They have no chance, right? 22.5, you're going to go over or under, Grant?
22.5 for Jimmy Butler. I have to go under. He has a combined, get this, he has a combined 27 points in the last 3 games. He went over 27 in each of the first 2 games, 27 total in the last 3, under 22.5.
All right, Bam at 16.5. Now Bam's coming off an 18-point performance. That has not been his norm. He's had one really big game. I believe he had 30-something points one night. He had 18, but a lot of times he's inconsistent on the offensive end of the floor. 16.5 is plus money at plus 102. What are you taking?
Under. Robert Williams did a tremendous job against Bam. Think we're in for more of the same. If I'm going under on the team, I've got to go under for Jimmy and Bam.
100%. Now, Tatum and Jaylen Brown, these will be our last two here. 27.5 for Tatum, 24.5 for Brown. They're starting to play very well together. One guy can drop 30, the other guy can have 20. But what's your take on this? 27.5 for Tatum to start.
I would go for, I like Brown's more than I like Tatum's. I'm not saying one of them has to go under, but I feel more confident in Brown's. Miami does a really good job limiting the 3-point shot. They were the best regular season team at opponent 3-point percentage, which means they defended it better than any other team. Tatum loves to chuck up a contested 3. Fun fact, Tatum took the worst quality 3-point shots of any player over the course of the regular season. So that means he was taking the hardest shots of all 500 players in the NBA or however many there are. So I'm going Jaylen Brown here. I think his physicality has been really good against the Miami Wings and especially their guards. He's been finishing at the rim really well. I'm picking Jaylen Brown over as my favorite player prop there. And if I had to guess, I would go Tatum under.
All right, then the final one we got to talk about here because Al Horford has ruined one of my parlays this season on the same game. When he was scoring a lot. And then, that the end of the Bucks series, that stretch when he only had a couple points, but he was doing big things on the glass. His point total is always interesting to me because 10.5 is very low, especially for a big man that can make 3-pointers. But sometimes he'll lay an egg and have 2 points, but he'll have 12 rebounds, right? So at 10.5 for Al Horford, what do you have?
I think he goes over. I think he's gotten some good shots in this series. I think he has also proven that he can step up in the big moments when the team needs. At 35 years old, he's not going to be out there averaging 20 something every game, but he shows up in the big moments. I don't think it's unrealistic for him to score 12 points tonight. So I would go over for Horford.
There you go. Love that. Well, Grant, I appreciate you joining me. So when the final starts June 2nd, what day is June 2nd? Do we know yet?
Oh, that's actually a Saturday. I know what that is because that's when I'm moving.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll have you on June 1st that's perfect. June 1st, Friday then.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll recap or we'll get ready for the NBA Finals there with Grant Mitchell. G Money Fridays. Gotta love it. Grant, give me a final thought. What's my best bet for the night in this game?
For this game, I'm not sure, Tanner, but you're gonna absolutely hate my final thought.
What?
Baltimore Orioles plus 1.5, the fourth best team in baseball against the spread. Red Sox scored 16 runs in 2 of their last 3. Nobody wants to talk about the game in the middle. They dropped a dud and they lost to the White Sox. They have an emotional hangover. Orioles go on the road and cover the spread, the run line, just like they have been all season long.
Grant, I want to give you one number here before you leave the show here. The Red Sox have scored 47 runs in their past 5 games. Just be ready for that. Two 16-run performances, right? 2 16-run performances, 47 runs in their past 5 games. They will be just fine tonight against Kyle Bradish and the Baltimore Orioles. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, because Garrett Whitlock is a real ace up there, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's the reliever ace. One more question here from JP. Celtics by 11. What do you think? I don't think it's a bad bet. I don't think it's bad. If you're gonna take 7.5 or 8, whatever, 8.5, I don't think 11's a bad bet.
I don't think so either. In fact, I honestly prefer that. I'd prefer a lower risk, higher reward wager for that sort of spread.
Yep, 100%. All right, Grant. Well, you made fun of the Red Sox, so I'm going to send you off here. But I appreciate you, Alex, Grant, haha. And then he also said we run with the Red Sox tonight. We are, and Grant's not running with the Red Sox, so he's going to leave the show. Grant, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on, Tanner. Red Sox can win, just not by more than 2 runs.
They will win tonight. Come on now. All right, good having Grant on. Appreciate him joining the show. I didn't really like that Red Sox comment at the end, but what are you going to do? I agree, Baltimore money line. Now, Grant's got the Baltimore people coming out in the comment section. Tatum points, odds boost on DK. Bam points too. Love that. It's Thursday. It's not Thursday. June 1st is a Thursday, June 2nd is Friday. Well, Grant's going to be on to recap or preview the NBA Finals, whatever day before. We'll do that. We got some college baseball questions. I can't really help you with that right now. But again, I do have to get into college baseball for the postseason coming up here because, again, there's a lot of interest on that. A lot of books start posting it. Usually it's just like Bovada for the offshore and then DraftKings FanDuel. And then everyone else kind of comes to play with that. But right now, college baseball is getting pretty big. What's your plays for today? So, today, I haven't done any props for the NBA yet. I've not placed any props. We can look at those questions like Everett's got Tigers over 2.5. Let me get to mine now, and then we will get into all the questions about baseball. June 2nd is actually a Thursday. Okay, so maybe we'll have Grant on a Wednesday then. I hit a huge Red Sox yesterday. What is the biggest lock of the day? Astros. I do have the Astros. Tennessee's ranked number 1. Okay, we'll talk some college baseball. I might need some help. Might need some cliff notes in there before I start betting it, but we'll get into it here. So, let's start with my picks for today. First things first, I got Celtics 8.5. I don't think it's too big of a number when you consider what this Boston Celtics team has done this season, as we talked about with Grant. I think Jimmy Butler's hurt. I think they're going to have a tough time tonight. And I think the Celtics get the job done. If we have any more basketball questions, we can go back to those at the end here. Let's go Blues. Hope they prove me right. Now, we'll talk Blues right now real quick. I don't think the Blues is a bad bet for the plus money at home. But when we look at the series, I think the Avalanche have the ability to break it open much more than the Blues do. I see explosion. I see the Avalanche. I see Nathan McKinnon, right? If the Blues win this game, the shot battle is very close. The shots on goal battle is very close. If the Blues don't win, it's going to be a domination by the Avalanche. Avalanche coming off a very, very tight loss in their last game in overtime, right? I see them coming back. I see them bouncing back tonight because that's why they're so good. I see the Blues winning it all. I really don't. What do you mean, this series or the entire NBA, the entire NHL Stanley Cup Finals? I don't see that at all. I don't think the Blues are built to do that. They're going to get Binnington back, and Hustle has been very good. Like, he's been actually better statistically than Binnington has, but Binnington was really money in the series. This series, okay. Now the Avalanche can close it out tonight. This is back at the Blues plus money at home. I fell for that bait earlier in the series. And it didn't work out for me. So I'm going to go away from it. I'm going to take the Avalanche 60-minute time at -105 tonight. Puck line cover looked great for the Avalanche. They were in a position to win their last game, right? And they just fell apart. So overall, I got to go with the Avalanche tonight. They've been better throughout the series. They've lost tight games, but when they've won, they have been the enforcer. They have been the dominant team. My bad if you already did this, but going to run through MLB. I haven't done MLB yet. Tampa, Edmonton in the finals. I think Tampa makes it out of the East. Edmonton's up and down depending on what you're going to get out of their defense, depending on what you're going to get out of the goaltending there. Avs don't want a game 7. No, Avs need to finish it tonight. But I will say the one benefit of the Avs is they're home for game 7, right? And listen, bottom line is when the Avs get pucks on the net, they win these games. They're more explosive than the Blues. I know if you look at their season goals average, they're very, very equal. But at the same time, too, this Avalanche team, they're more explosive. They're much more explosive. They can score at will, and they're more aggressive, too. When we saw what they did in the third period of that last game, they were definitely a little more of the enforcers, right? No matter how it went, they wanted to put pucks on the net. I don't see that with the Blues every time they take the ice, right? I see the Avalanche dictating the pace of this game. Can the Blues pull W? Yeah, of course they can. Of course they can. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, but overall, I got to go with the Avalanche because I think they've played better throughout the series. Who's your favorite play? I used your Boston play yesterday, so thank you. My favorite play today, overall, I think the Red Sox -1.5 is not a bad bet considering how they've been playing. Astros run line, I think, is a good bet. Astros money line, depending on how much risk you want to get in there. Red Sox keep betting the over. Again, I don't think the over is a bad bet. Eventually, the Red Sox are going to lay an egg. I don't think that's tonight. Their team total's at 5. I don't hate that either. I think that the team total is pretty good because you got Kike hitting the ball in the leadoff spot. But anyways, Oilers might take it all. I think they have what it takes. The Oilers don't have what it takes on defense, but their offense can make up for it. That's my take there. I think they're very, very good. Like right now, the Oilers are locked in on defense. Overall, though, throughout this entire playoffs, it's been the offense is winning games for them. So, we'll see what you get out of them. I think the Lightning have an advantage in the East because they know how to win. I think they get through the Rangers or Carolina. When you look at Edmonton's already punched their ticket, right? I think the Avalanche are going to be very tough if they can get through this series, right? Giants with the Rodon pitching. You have YouTube comments. I'll look through the YouTube comments. Love her to Trish. Houston, Colorado. That's where you're going with. So we'll talk about all that stuff in a minute, guys. But let me get to these comments. Douglas E. Doodle Stark raving mad at you for not making a tiki-taki with him in it yet. He also wants to make sure you had a big orange belly wash. I had cereal for breakfast. And then you told me Reds. You told me the Reds weren't going to win yesterday, so I didn't make the YouTube video. That's why. I need something. I need some good stuff here, Matthew. Come on now. BP 311. I'll go back to the over 6.5 goals. Not broke. Don't fix it. There you go. John Brondo, you swept again yesterday. Let's go, man. Can't wait to hear your favorite plays for today. Let's go, man. You know your shit. I try, guys, but again, no one knows what's going to happen in these games. Just research them, do the best you can on them. But we've been on a heater a little bit. But again, we were 6-0 3 days ago, right? Then we had a red day. We were 3-4. We had a 3-3 day, and then we're 6-0 again. So it just depends. You're going to get some good days. You're going to get some bad days. I'd love to see the Blues win, but the Oilers winning it all would be very good for my bankroll, actually. Love that. Edmonton's got the team to win just on defense. They scare me a little bit. Douglas E. says, USFL Panthers plus 5.5 points last week. You missed out on his USFL bets. I did. I really did. I just, it's hard for me to watch the USFL, guys. It's hard. I don't want to. I'm not ready for football. Right? Of course I want football back. I want NFL and college football. I want college football Saturdays. I want NFL Sundays, right? USFL is just so hard, but there's money to be won. I'm surprised the league hasn't folded yet. I don't know if anyone has a status of that. Dodgers look good today. Where do you post your picks? On the page. So follow Bet the Day, follow Tanner Kern, my personal page. They're on both those. And then on top of that, guys, go to Discord, and I post them in there every day. Free Discord, guys. We almost got 1,500 members in there now. Warriors -150 to win it all is short. Yeah, you had to get on those. You had to get on those future bets before it even started, right? Like the Celtics at one point were plus 1,000. When they were down in the Bucks series, they were plus 1,000. Like you got to jump on those at the right time. Do you parlay? Yeah, I'll parlay all my picks usually, depending on the day. But I mainly play a lot of singles. Picks every day. Post to join the Discord, guys. Great people over there. Yeah, and guys, in the Discord too, there's a lot of really good sharps in there. I just got, BP 311's in there. He gives us picks all the time. Redbirds is money. A lot of people in here that I recognize, that are in the Discord. When do you go to Indy? So I'm off to Indy tomorrow morning. As I said, guys, there will be no show tomorrow. No show tomorrow. We'll be at Indy, doing some stuff. We're going to the museum and all that, getting some content. But then on race day, we're going to do the show at 8 a.m. just so we can get to the track by 9 and get 3 hours of content in before the race actually starts. Have a good flight. I appreciate that, Matthew. Appreciate that. Let's get to the picks, guys. Let's get into baseball here. So we have Avs 60-minute time. Astros run line today. I feel really good about it. I'm surprised about the Yankees money line, easy money. And it was tight, guys, too. If you look at that Yankee score, it wasn't a blowout till the end of the game, till they got going a little bit. But yeah, I mean, they're a better hitting team. They're a much better hitting team. And if you can get the Yankees, like today, getting the Yankees for plus money. Yeah. So I post plays every day. I'll post them on TikTok. I'll post them on YouTube. I don't know if I'll get the YouTube video done tomorrow with just the separate plays, but again, join the Discord, guys. Link in the description. I'm always posting picks in there. I'm always posting picks on TikTok. That's the 2 places you can find it. We're getting our website built right now. I'll always have picks on there as well. Verlander, early Cy Young favorite. Verlander's been money. Padres money. We'll talk about that in a minute here. We'll go through every game. Just let me get through my picks. When I'm playing, I don't play the Padres. I didn't play the Padres today. Astros run line today versus the Mariners. The Astros have their ace going with Justin Verlander. He's been money this season, right? 6-1, 1.22 ERA, 0.72 WHIP. He's wavering, around or hovering around 1 strikeout per inning. Chris Flexen's going to go for the Mariners today, 1-6 with a 4.98 ERA. So that tells me right there that, Chris Flexen's going to lose baseball games when he's on the mound. 4.98, 1.42 WHIP. He's given up 9 homers in 43 innings. And the one thing these Astros do is hit homers. They have hit 59 bombs this season. The Mariners hit 47. There's a significant difference between 59 and 47. Sharky, I saw that nice win yesterday. Come on now. It's not rocket science. Flexen has not been good this year. No, he hasn't. He has not been. And then the other thing, too, when I look at run line bets, I want to see how's the bullpen, right? How good is the bullpen? So, team ERA for the Astros, 2.81, 1.11 WHIP compared to the Mariners at a 4.35. So if the Astros can get up and they can get the job done, they can get the job done early. I think the bullpen can carry them as well, as long as they're scoring runs too. I just didn't play the Padres. Why no Padres? I just didn't play them today. I mean, for me, Jose Quintana has been a Achilles heel for me this year. That's what I would say. If you look at Jose Quintana's numbers, last year was kind of a bad year for him, but this year he's actually been pretty good. He has the ability to shove. I would put Padres in a parlay. Don't get me wrong. When I give you all my picks here, I'll put the Padres in there. But, overall run line at home against a Jose Quintana day, that does scare me a little bit. It really does. I'm not going to lie. Because, the Padres win tight games. They know how to win low scoring games, right? They don't blow people out all the time. And that does scare me with a guy like Jose Quintana against the Pittsburgh Pirates team that has the ability to hit the baseball. And I'm not saying they're going to win today. I don't think they are, but run lines where the value is there. And if I don't see Jose Quintana is good enough to shut people down. That's my take. Verlander's been so good. Verlander, when top pitchers pitch, bats don't. Astros win though. Yeah, I mean, it's a prime run line bet, guys. They're on the road tonight. They're going to get those 9 at bats. You got your ace on the mound. You're going against a team like the Mariners who don't hit the ball well and don't have a good pitcher on the mound. Let's not make it more complicated than it has to be. I'm going to play that all day long. Now, this could be a shocker right now for you a little bit, but we're going to go Rangers versus Athletics. I like the A's on the money line tonight. Athletics have a good spot today with plus money. Cole Irvin's going for them. He's 2-2 with a 3.21 and a 1.25 WHIP. He's going to pitch against John Gray. Now, John Gray has the name. He's got a little more of the big name pitcher. Still not, by no means an ace caliber guy, maybe in Texas, but he's 1-2 with a 5.14 and a 1.32 WHIP. He's really struggling this year. Rangers won 4-0 yesterday, or 4-1 yesterday, I believe. But if the A's get up early, they have a solid chance with their bullpen. Their bullpen's better than the Rangers statistically. On top of that, they gave up 3 runs in the top of the 9th. Excuse me. They gave up 3 runs in the top of the 9th yesterday. So, I'm going to trust that the Athletics can get the job done, finish the job late. Again, they can't fall too far behind. They don't have the offense to do that, but I'm going to go with the A's. You should get a whiteboard and write these picks down too. Yeah, guys, we're trying to figure all that out, where we're going to go, where we're going to put it all and stuff. Again, I'm getting ready to fly out, so I came back to Connecticut. I didn't fly out of Boston, so we're trying to figure out the setup. We're going to be So the month of June, we're actually going to be at the headquarters, 3 Team Parlay headquarters down in Texas. So like a legit studio. We're going to have a lot of stuff going. So I'm sure we can set something up for you guys. It's not rocket science. There you go. It's not rocket science, never been rocket science. All right, comments here. So yeah, Eric, Padres money line, 100%. I'm on the Padres today. Run line scares me a little bit when you look at Quintana. How do I feel about the Twins today? Against I like Keller. I'm a big Keller guy. I think that could be a good upset spot for them. But Ober, let me see. I am a big Keller guy. I do like Keller. They lost the Royals 1-3-2 yesterday. Ober's obviously a little better. The workload's not there though. So when I look at Keller, that 3-2 and that 103 whip over 50 innings means more to me than a 2.55 ERA. You really got to look at the whips because it's how well they control the baseball, right? Keller's given up 5 home runs in 50 innings, so that's less than 1 per game. I think it could be a good upset spot for the Royals today. They won yesterday. They got back on the winning track. The Twins have lost 2 in a row. So I'd probably go with the Royals today. I don't feel as good about them as I do about the Athletics in an upset spot, but I don't hate it. I mean, Keller's good enough to get the job done there. Taking Blue Jays over the Angels. Yeah, I'm taking the Blue Jays over the Angels today with Alek Manoah on the mound, I believe, right? Yeah, Manoah on the mound, -118. I'll take the Blue Jays. And, it's good to see the Blue Jays get to Shohei Ohtani yesterday. That was pretty impressive. So if they can do that, they're going to be just fine. GME to the moon. Do you have GameStop shares? I don't have GameStop shares. I didn't get in on the GameStop wave. Kevster, after going 6-0 yesterday, I'm going to fade Tanner. It's not rocket science. Never been rocket science. There you go, Kevin. Kevster. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you should probably fade me. Something died on your head. Oh, guys, I got to get a haircut. Come on now. I got to get a haircut. Guys, we're not in the studio lighting right now. I got to get a haircut, though. Hey, come on. Come on, give you guys winners here. Let's not make fun of the hair. Yes, like the hair, the lighting above changes the color, and then I have my front lighting, guys. I look good right now, though. Come on now. It's not rocket science. Are you parlaying your picks today? I will likely parlay my baseball picks. Yeah, I'll parlay them most likely. Celtics, though, if I do put that in a parlay, I'll go all money line. So, like, if I do a parlay, it's going to be Celtics money line, Avs money line, not 60-minute time, Astros money line, Athletics money line, and then Red Sox money line. Because that plus money from the Athletics will really hike up the parlay there. Mets versus the Braves. Mets Phillies, I should say. Mets. I like the Mets today at home against the Phillies. The Braves going. Rogers, I'm a big Rogers, but I'm a big Ian Anderson guy too. So I'd probably go Braves today. Just I think the offense is a little more there than the Marlins have it right now. So I'd go Braves money line. We'll run through all these picks. So I'll give you guys all my picks at the end here. But finally, so we got Athletics money line. We have Astros run line. Then we're going to go Red Sox run line right now. -1.5 here. Little run line action. +112. The Boston Red Sox are mashing the baseball right now. It's very fun to watch. Now, they've scored 47 runs in their past 5 games, people. 47 runs. And you know how I feel about the Mets, Tanner. You can't, the Mets are, listen, the bottom line with the Mets is they're a very good baseball team. And as someone said to me, oh, what's wrong with the Mets? They've lost like 2 games in a row. And, overall, they've been really good. Overs of the day. I don't really play overs. I play unders more. But I think the overs of the day has got to be the Boston Red Sox because they're hitting the baseball, right? You got to find teams that are really hot right now. Yankees could be a good one. I'll look through, guys. I'll look through the book in a minute here. I know we all want every single pick on the slate. Let me just get through mine. Red Sox run line +112. Trevor Story's hit 7 home runs in 7 games. Garrett Whitlock's coming off a bad start. I like going with good pitchers coming off a bad start because they usually step up. 116 whip, 40 strikeouts in 32.2 innings. Garrett Whitlock's got to learn how to be a starter right now. And that's all. I'll take a little blame off him in his last start. He's really got to learn how to be the guy. Because he's going to be in Boston. He's going to pitch against Kyle Bradish, 3-1 with a 5.74 and a 1.35 whip. When I see that 1.35 whip against a team like the Boston Red Sox, they're taking walks right now. They're hitting with runners in scoring position. That means so much when it comes to a run line. I don't like playing run lines at home. I hate playing run lines at home. But when I look at the Red Sox right now, I have no choice. There's no value with them on the money line, and there's value with them on a run line against a Baltimore Orioles team. Now, the Yankees struggle against the Orioles. The Red Sox don't tend to struggle as much against the Orioles when they play at home over the years, from what I have seen. So I'm going to trust that they can get the job done. The O's have scored 20 runs in their past 5 games. So that's an average of 5 per game. The Red Sox have scored 47. It makes sense to go with the run line. Now, they are hitting the ball. They are hitting homers. But I'll play, for example, guys, if I play this run line for the next 3 days, right, over the 3-weekend series, I'm probably going to hit it twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the Orioles probably get one on the Red Sox, But overall, like if I play this plus money for 3 days, I'm going to profit, in my opinion. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. We'll see what happens tonight. But I'm just saying, you got to ride the wave here. I was going to bet Trevor Story home run yesterday against Trash Can Keuchel, and I chickened out, shake my head, scared money, don't make money. Yeah. And listen, I'm not a big home run prop guy because I don't really think the value's there depending on the guy. Like, for example, what was Trevor Story yesterday? Plus 250 to plus 300. I think I can find a 2-leg parlay that I feel more confident in that's going to hit rather than, having Trevor Story to hit a home run. Hitting the ball is the toughest thing to do in baseball, right? So hitting a home run is very, very tough to do. What's up, Tanner? How we doing? All right, we'll go through the picks. You like Whitlock or Pivetta more? I think when Pivetta's, I would like Whitlock out of the bullpen. I like Pivetta to start. When Pivetta's on, he's really good. He's been money in his past, 3 starts? Early in the year, did not get the job done. They don't understand the odds in the long term. What do you mean? What are we talking about in there, Steve? Let me know what odds you're talking about. Thoughts on Giants money line. We'll run through everything right now. Celtics over under 201. I got to go under. There's a reason that total is set at 201. I know it's hard. It's one that I'm going to sweat out, but I would have to take the under on it. I took the over of 203. I bit the bait. Now it dropped to 201. I think that if the Heat fall apart, they're going to fall apart and not score 100 points. And that scares me when I'm taking it over 201 because I don't think the Celtics are going to put up 120 today by any means. Bet the house on the Giants. I got to go under for the Celtics game. They don't understand long. Bet the house on the Giants. Let's see. I wouldn't bet the house on anyone, guys. It's really not an ideal strategy. Are you going to bet the under of 201? I will not bet it, but if I had to give you it's just too risky. I think there's better place to put your money. I don't want to bet it. Yeah, guys, don't feel like you have to bet it just because it's a basketball game. I think there's better props on the table. I like the Celtics at 8.5 a lot more than I like the under because I think if the Celtics have won every game in the series by at least 8.5 points, right? So I like that a lot more than saying, hey, I'm going to take an under of 201 because if shots start falling, 201 is very, very easy, right? That's what scares me. Okay, so let's run through every baseball pick. You guys want every baseball pick? Here they are. Carlos Rodon against the Reds. Reds did score 20 runs yesterday, so just keep that in mind. Scare money, don't make money is the mindset that makes you bet on more confident picks. Yeah. Best sports book. I think Caesars is a good one. FanDuel, DraftKings. Any of the legals are usually the best legals are Caesars, BetMGM, DraftKings, FanDuel, PointsBet. Any of the legals, the big time legals are my favorite books because you're going to get the most promo money there. But again, there's some good under the radar books out there too. It all depends what you like. And the benefit of the bigger books like the Caesars, the DraftKings, the FanDuels, they're going to let you do same game parlays where not everyone else is going to let you do same game parlays. I think the thing with FanDuel is the one thing I like about FanDuel is their customer service. It's their app layout. I think DraftKings app layout isn't great. Again, though, I use it a lot. I'll use FanDuel DraftKings in Connecticut. When I go out to Indy, I'll use Caesars, Barstool. Barstool's not a great book either, but I'll try to spread my money around a little bit. But yeah, FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesars, BetMGM, Barstool, PointsBet, any of the big time legals are usually the way to go. And then Redbird, scare money, don't make money. Good mindset to have, makes you bet more confident picks. Yeah, guys, if you go into it thinking you're going to win it feels better, but you got to remember too, this is sports betting and there's no guarantees in anything you do. So don't fall for the trap that there's guarantees because there isn't. So, but Redbirds don't bet scared. I've never seen Redbirds bet scared in my life. Based on the ticket he sends me. Verlander strikeout prop. What is that at right now? If you have it, I can pull it up right here. Giants, Red Sox, Dodgers, Astros, Padres. I don't hate that. Verlander's at 6.5. Yeah, I think the over 6.5 is a pretty good bet there. He's been money, especially against the Mariners team with a lot of swing and miss. BetMGM has Halle Berry. We win. Yeah, some of these influencers that these books are signing is crazy. But yeah, all the big time books, all the big time legals, I think are a good place to start if you're new to sports betting. Thoughts on Nationals money line and Guardians money line? We're going to get into it right now, guys. All right, ready to run through these? We're going to run through all the baseball picks today. I'll give you what the parlay will look like. $1 probably win over 1,000. All right. Giants with Rodon versus TBD for the Reds. You think Astros win for sure? I believe they're going to win. Do I think they're going to win for sure? I got no clue. I don't know if they're going to win for sure. I think that the for sure makes it a little scary there. I think they're going to win the game, but for sure. You look at they're playing against the Mariners who are going to win 70, 80 games this year. So I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Astros. Giants money line minus 210. Rockies versus Nationals. I'm going to go with Gomber, a little underdog spot for the Rockies today. Let me see something here just to make sure. Nothing is forever. There you go. I'm going to go with the Rockies. They lost big yesterday. This might not be the best bet, but I'm going to go with the Rockies in an underdog spot there. I like the New York Mets with Carlos Carrasco on the mound. I like the Tigers. I'm going to go against Shane Bieber and the Guardians. I'm going to take the Tigers in an upset spot today. I'm going to take the Tigers in upset spot. This is a little risky, but I'm going to take it at plus 134. I don't think the odds are bad there. I'm going to go with the New York Yankees in an upset spot at plus 108. I'm going to go with the Boston Red Sox. Marlins Braves. I'm going to go with the Braves. Royals Twins. I'm going to take the Royals in an upset spot today. Brewers Cardinals. I think the Brewers get the job done with Woodruff again, so we'll go with the Brewers there. Blue Jays Angels. I like the Blue Jays, not Angels, Blue Jays. Dodgers Diamondbacks. I don't care if Madison Bumgarner is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. I'm going to take the Dodgers there. Pittsburgh versus San Diego. I like the Padres with Minaya. Hey, Tanner, I'm up money from your picks yesterday. Love that. Juanito, love that. Love that. Rangers, Athletics, I'm going to go with the A's. And then Astros, Mariners, I'm going to take the Astros. So that's the picks for today. If you want to parlay every single baseball pick and put $1 on that 14-legger, you would win $3,691. So, $1 wins $3,691 today. We'll see how we do. Again, guys, this is a lottery ticket, but that's just my opinion on all the games. So, if games you'd want to stay away from on this list, I can tell you that right now. Giants, Reds, I think is a good bet. Rockies, Nationals, I would stay away from it. Guardians, Tigers, I would stay away from it. I think everything else is good to go. Good idea. We parlay all those games. Stay away from the Rockies. Yeah, stay away from the Rockies. I mean, if you take the Rockies out, if you take the games out that I don't feel great about, so I'm going to take out the Tigers. I'm going to take out the Rockies. I'm going to take out the Royals. Screw it. I'll take out the Royals. That is 11-legger now. $1 wins $3.12. So it's amazing what, 3 more games will do. But, if you want to put $10 on that, rather you win 3,000. So there you go. You're back to the money. So all what you guys are thinking there. Top 5 baseball picks. I don't even have 5 baseball picks today. I like the Red Sox. I like the Red Sox, like the Astros. Red Sox, Astros. 5 teams that I think are going to win. I think the New York Mets are going to win. I think the Yankees at a plus 108 spot is very good. Don't take the Royals. I wouldn't say don't take the Royals, but I would leave that out of the parlay. And then I like the Brewers today as well. I think the Brewers is in a good spot. I hate betting on the Brewers. I like the Blue Jays. There's a lot of teams I like today. Off that list that I just gave you guys, and if you don't have it, go back over to YouTube. You can find it on the replay. I mean, I think there's a lot of good bets on there. Take out the teams that I took out. Other than that, I think you're going to be good to go. You work hard, T. Take a vacation. 6-0. Come on. We don't take a vacation, Coach. The grind never stops. We're still doing content tomorrow, even though there's no show. We're going to be on plane. Hell, if the plane had good enough Wi-Fi, I'd be doing the show right from the plane. We know that. It's not rocket science. Don't put them in a parlay. Yeah, 100%. Thanks, bud. No problem, guys. No problem. So any other questions, guys? Let's see here. Got Nationals today and had them yesterday. So Redbirds going Nationals. So we're going head up on that. Not really head up. I'm not playing it, but I think there's value in that game from a, financial standpoint. Minus 102 for the Rockies, minus 116 for the Nationals, juice wise. But still, it's just one I would personally stay away from. But again, I'd probably take the Rockies today with Gomber. What's the ML picks for today? The money line picks. I only have one money line pick today. 2, really, I should say. Avs 60-minute money line time. That's 3-way no push on FanDuel. Congratulations yesterday, Big Rob. I appreciate that. And then I also have the Athletics on the money line today. I have Astros run line and Red Sox run line just to get a little value there. And then Celtics minus 8.5. So those are the picks today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Avs game over. Yeah, I'd probably go over on it. If it's not broke, don't fix it, like BP311 said. But again, I think the Avs get the job done. I think they're a better team. So I'm just going to take them on the money line. 6-0 yesterday, you to go. I appreciate that, guys. You know what, Kevin? You know what? I appreciate that. A lot of people calling me the GOAT today. You know what? You're only as good as your last performance. Yesterday doesn't matter, people. What I did yesterday does not matter at all. It's all about today. How do I do? I could go 0-6 today. You guys could hate me, or 0-5. You could hate me tomorrow. But bottom line is you're only as good as your next day of betting, people. Come on now. Thoughts on the under 9.5 in each game? Rangers, Athletics, Marlins, Braves, and Brewers, Cardinals. I would go under Brewers, Cardinals, Marlins, Braves. I'd probably go under as well. Rangers, A's, I would definitely go under. So yeah, I agree with all those. You think the Reds got it? No, I don't. I don't think the Reds got it today. Not against Carlos Rodon. Can you say or pin your picks? Yeah, so I'll say them again one more time, but they're always on TikTok, guys. So go to TikTok, go to the personal page on TikTok. The video's already posted. It was posted about 9:15 this morning. And then if you have to go back to YouTube, go to YouTube, watch the replay. And then I also post just a separate YouTube video of just my picks every day, just me talking about what my picks are. But I'll say them one more time here. Celtics minus 8.5. Avs 60-minute time, money line. Astros run line. Athletics money line. Red Sox run line. That's what we're going with. Where do you post? Where do you post them at Twitter? Sorry, first time, second time watching. No problem. I don't use Twitter a whole lot. I'm more on TikTok, but I do have a Twitter. So I can post the ticket that I have on Twitter, my card for the day on Twitter. I'll just do that. I'll go on do that right after this. If you only have one play for today, what's your most confident? Probably Astros run line against the Mariners with Verlander. I mean, the numbers there, you just can't argue with it. 1.2 with ERA, the 0.72 whip going against Chris Flexen. Astros hitting the ball like crazy. Got to go with the Astros, yeah. That's what I have to say. I think the Red Sox, they're going to lay an egg eventually, but again, I don't think they're a bad bet either. Been following you just this week and only up from here. You can go 5-0 a day and still to go. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. We've had some really good days. We had 2 undefeated days this week. We had one last week. So we'll see if we can keep doing it, guys. And undefeated we're not taking minus 300 money lines like some of these cappers out there. Not saying I'm a capper. I'm a content creator, and sports betting is the foundation for it all. Like I said, guys, I don't know what's going to happen. These cappers don't know what's going to happen. It's sports. Nobody knows what's going to happen, right? All we can do is handicap these games and look at the numbers and see what we're going to go with. And, it's been good for us so far. So we'll keep it going, guys. The Army is growing very quickly. So join the Discord, guys. We almost have 1,500 people in there right now. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on TikTok, all that good stuff, guys. We'll be at the Indy 500 this weekend doing content. We'll be in Dallas at the studio, at the HQ, 3-Team Parlay HQ, the whole month of June. So we'll be doing a lot of cool stuff there. Maybe even a little after, and then maybe some more long-term stuff in the future there. And then we'll also be doing some stuff in Nashville too. We'll be doing some content from Nashville on our way down to Dallas. So it'll be fun. Educated guess is we all have this. Educated guess is all we have. This guy is educated. Yeah. I mean, educated guess. It's an educated guess, guys. It's you're betting on what you think is going to happen. There's a reason why. 58 to 60% sports bet, 60% great, right? If you can be 58% against the spread, there's a reason your money. Have a great cash weekend, Danny Tanner. America, love that. America, hop on the Discord, join the Discord. That's number one place to talk to me every day. You guys like talking to me in here for an hour. You can talk to me all day in there. Twins, Red Sox, Guardians, Padres, Dodgers, and Astros. I'd take the Twins. No, I'm not going with the Twins. I'm going with the Royals. I like the Royals today. That's a game though I'd stay away from overall. The Red Sox, I'm on. The Guardians, I'm going against today. Padres, I like. Dodgers, I like. Astros, I like. But again, Alex, the Twins games, it's such a toss-up. Bailey Ober's a great pitcher. Guardians, you got Shane Bieber on the mound. They should win that game, but I feel good about the Tigers at home today. Have a good weekend, Tanner. Safe travel. Let's get this coin. Yeah, so guys, to recap, there will be no show tomorrow. If I can go live on TikTok at some point, I will go live on TikTok and we can just talk picks. There will be no YouTube show tomorrow. So make sure you go to TikTok and follow me there so I can go live. We're going to be on the plane during the show. Also, Sunday's show, 8 a.m. Eastern time. 8 a.m. Eastern time. Okay? 8 a.m. Eastern time. If you miss it, go to YouTube. You can watch it. We'll also post the picks there. But Sunday, we're 8 a.m. Eastern time. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Tomorrow, no show. Don't text me or don't message me and say, where's the show? No show tomorrow. We'll have the picks posted on TikTok, and the picks are always posted in Discord, guys. So make sure you check that out, guys. Get in Discord right now. Follow us on TikTok so you have the picks. Other than that, guys, stay tuned for more content. We're doing some of those long-form videos. Those will be out today. We'll have another couple of those. We'll be posting the slips. I got a ton of slips to post from yesterday's 6-0 day. from everyone who tailed. So I love seeing that, guys. Thanks for the amazing content, bro. Appreciate that, Big Rob. Appreciate everything you do, mate. Thank you, Bloxo. Appreciate that. Sorry, last outing. Tanner keeps, man of the people. Man of the people. CJ Bauer 9. There we go. Man of the people. Everything. No problem, guys. Man of the people. Tanner Kern. Man of the people, guys. Giving you guys the picks. Giving you guys the content. Listen. Bottom line is there's a lot of cappers out there. Make sure you trust the cappers you're going with, but also we're doing more, guys. We're doing the TikTok content. We're doing the video content. We're doing the interviews. Come on now, people. Man, the people. We're giving you guys everything you could want on one sports betting page. Follow it, share it, subscribe to it, and let's rock. We got merch, guys. 3 Team Parlay Sports merch, Bet the Day merch, a ton of great stuff, guys. So make sure you check it all out. Fave TikTok baseball analyst. I love that. A TikTok baseball analyst. I'm going to put that in my LinkedIn bio. I love that. That's a good name for me. So yeah, baseball analyst is only going to improve, guys, after NBA and NHL ends. We're going to be doing player props and all that stuff. But right now, there's just, guys, we go an hour and 15 minutes, no problem. And we only talk about basketball, baseball, and hockey, right? So when that ends, we'll really get into baseball. Gladiator, Tanner, entertain. Love that, boys. Boys and girls, appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow for another episode of Bet the Day, guys. Check out all the links in the description, links in the bio, merch, Discord, TikTok. Can't wait to have you in Dallas in a few weeks. I can't wait either. Move over, Ken Rosenthal. Tanner Kern is taking over. Damn right. That's a good comment to end on. Check out all the links, guys. We'll have a bunch of content up today throughout the day. So we'll see you. No show tomorrow. Picks will be posted tomorrow. Videos, content, same thing. I'll be posted tomorrow. Look out for Indy 500 content. And then we'll be back on Sunday for another episode, 8 a.m., guys. Hope everyone's a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. I can't say talk to you tomorrow. Talk to you Sunday for another episode. You're the man, Tanner. I love it, guys.